Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. By now, there's simply no mistaking the general outrage that the vast majority of gamers feel whenever even the thought of No Man's Sky is mentioned. A game that was vastly overhyped fell flat on its face after it was released, featuring graphics nowhere near as good as advertised, coupled with boring, repetitive gameplay mechanics and a laundry list of features that were promised and never delivered. Now, many have laid the blame squarely at Sean Murray's feet for making an astounding amount of promises that the game was never really designed to deliver to begin with. A bland, uninteresting game in every way, the game even insults the player by using Lego build-style animals in a very obvious way. Very few environmental differences on planetary types and also ships that, while yes, they look different, they reportedly play very much the same. Actually, exactly the same. The only difference is some have more inventory space than others. Now, No Man's Sky appears to many to be a very much unfinished rip-off of a game that was overhyped and lied about repeatedly by Sean Murray. Now, those lies were of course quickly discovered by enraged gamers who rightfully attacked Hello Games for their duplicity. Even to this day, they still have the audacity to use the E3 trailer of the game that showcases several features that are blatantly missing from the game itself. And through it all, yours truly was busy moving, so I never had an opportunity to get worked up into a righteous fury as one would reasonably expect from such a cavalcade of shit coming from the developers over this travesty of a game. However, when I found out that Owen Good had written an opinion piece that not only completely misses the fucking point, is downright insulting to gamers in general and shows how little Mr. Good actually understands the topic to which he's publicly publishing an opinion on. Actually, oh, dear God, the man almost sounds like a YouTuber, doesn't he? Now, in an article published on HeatStreet by Ian Miles Cheong, and please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name, I'm horrible with things like that. Ian discusses the Polygon article and points out the most insulting paragraphs from Owen Good's verbal diarrhea. But before we start picking this opinion piece apart, let's give it a quick read, shall we? So this is the Polygon opinion piece by Owen Good that was released October 16th. So at the time of this recording, that would put it at 9 days ago. Now in it we have Owen Good says the following. Truth in advertising laws have a noble purpose, but unless a marketing claim objectively fails a promise, they're really hard to enforce. When the product in question is an artistic work more than it is a technical one, it's even harder. This video by Super Bunny Hop, which he posts at the top here, that we're not going to watch because it's almost 20 minutes long, explores the unique quandaries posed by bullshot practices and other video games marketing, which came in for a lot of criticism over the past 2 weeks when UK authorities said they were investigating the makers and publishers of No Man's Sky for not delivering on promises made over its 3-year hype cycle. The key point in all of this is reasonable consumer. Most of us know that marketing we receive is bullshit. I know Clear Creek is golden municipal water supply, but is Coors beer really made from melted Rocky Mountain snow? Come on. Now, that does not give publishers or developers license to abuse a reasonable level of consumer trust. Bullshots, that is idealized screen grabs that are impossible under normal play circumstances, pushed that boundary a decade ago. Actually, it's been going back a lot further than that. No Man's Sky didn't do anything close to that in its long hype cycle, abetted admittedly by yours truly, but the game still made promises, and by yours truly, him, not me. But the game still made promises that paying customers find unfulfilled. The essential promise of No Man's Sky was, to me anyways, and to me I mean Owen, not me, a vast procedurally generated galaxy that a user could go explore as a camera, more or less, whether on alien soil or in orbit. When the game turned out to be exactly that boring, a lot of people got mad and went to authorities over promises of ship-flying behavior and the size of the creatures populating the worlds the user may explore, and other claims rooted in some kind of objective standard that the game has apparently failed. Now, on one hand, we live in a society where cereal boxes require fine print that say enhanced to show texture for a close-up of a spoonful of cornflakes. On the other, I feel like anyone responsible for promoting Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones owes me $1 for every minute it takes to explain that film's incomprehensible plot to a first grader, and good luck suing for those damages. Video games are in the middle of that. They are, like films, mainly artistic expressions whose true value remains in the eye of the beholder. Unlike a film, though, a video game's experience rightly depends on some kind of competent software serving it all up. If that doesn't work, yeah, it's a busted product. But holy shit, how many broken pieces of shovelware have gone out the door without the kind of civil claims facing No Man's Sky. It all feels like people are going to court over a refrigerator's ice-making capacity and getting a settlement there, when what's really bothering them is the fact that the appliance clashes with the countertop. Now, what's wrong here, and why I take such great offense to this, is not the fact that Mr. Good has an opinion. He's more than welcome to it. Now, what gets me to the point where I decided to post a video in regards to this is how blatantly wrong that opinion is, and how contrary it is to actual facts that one could find if they were to spend even 30 seconds with Google or whatever search engine happens to strike your fancy. No, this isn't, as Mr. Good stated, because of the appliance not matching the countertops. This isn't about the damn paint job or the aesthetics. Well, part of it is. The vast majority of the outrage comes from the list of lies and broken promises longer than my, admittedly, ape-like arm. There's even a now famous Reddit posting where a huge list of missing features are outlined, along with sourcing statements from Sean Murray or from official marketing materials to those statements. This is verifiable fact, and it cannot be ignored. No Man's Sky has been aptly redubbed by thousands of people as No Man's Lie. Not because of the paint job, as you so aloofly stated, but because this is not what they were promised. And the worst part that I've seen with a huge number of game journalists out there is how they either outright don't comprehend the shit they're reporting on, or they kowtow to their corporate overlords so much they may as well bury their heads in the goddamn sand for the rest of their miserable anti-consumer lives. This is an affront to gamers, Mr. Good. And it is an affront to the truth as well. I strongly urge you, the next time you reach down into your toilet bowl after taking a massive grumpy, stop and really look at it and decide whether it's worth putting out there as an opinion to sway viewers. And maybe next time, just flush this one down instead of slapping it on the walls for all to see. So, that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons if you agree with my opinions on the matter. If not, the dislike button's down there as well, and I promise I haven't tampered with it at all in any way, shape, or form, and it will in no way wipe your operating system. Once again, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.